Guys, welcome back to LS Vintage Design. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having an amazing day. It is Tuesday and I have a great video. Today we are talking about all sorts of ways that you can use vintage that aren't the way it's meant to be used. And this is great for things you find that you don't want to use them the way they're intended. So let's just jump right into this video. But before we do, I just want to say please hit that subscribe button with that little bell. We have a lot of great videos coming next year. In a few weeks, we have also planned to bring Cooking Vintage back, which is going to be exciting. It will be a once every other week show on this channel, and you don't want to miss out. Also, our vintage tea parties. If you'd like a vintage tea party to ask someone to be your bridesmaid, maid of honor, or to celebrate an anniversary, birthday, all sorts of occasions, vintage tea parties are perfect. Now, let's just jump into this. And the first thing I'm going to share with you are these great vintage embroidery, or they're called crewel sets from Avon. These are from the 70s, and look at that. Look how cute. Now, I am assuming all the things are here, but I wouldn't swear 100% to it. So it is, a chance you take when you buy these kits and things like these. But I'm pretty sure these are all there because I did open one and start to do it, and all the parts were there. And I've looked through these, and besides counting out all the yarn, they're there. But what if this type of thing is not your thing, but you're more of an artist? Well, did you know, and I pulled this one out, but they're all the same. I pulled this one out. Did you know that with some paint, they're printed on here, even if they weren't, you could paint these. So if, needlework is definitely not your type of thing, something like this, if you find it, you could paint. And that would be really cool. If you're a paper crafter, you could cut these out, paint them, or watercolor them. Especially if you're not a painter, but you want to use them in some way around your home. Maybe as a, oh, I totally went blank. Maybe you want to use them like as a patch, or if you're a paper crafter or a sewer, but not a painter or a embroidery crewel person, you could cut these out, hit them with some wash, with some, you could cut these out, hit them with some watercolor wash, and use them as pockets in journals, on covers. You could use them as patches on clothes, on jackets, on blue jean jackets, on tea towels, on anything, sheets, anything you can think of. So just because something is maybe meant to be used one way doesn't mean it can't be used in 50 other different ways. So keep that in mind as you, shop after the holidays. You're looking for something to kill this long winter with. Definitely look at things with open minds and possibilities. Now, another thing, and this kind of all goes together, this vintage Tupperware lettuce keeper. There is no lid, and there is no spike in it, and these vintage aluminum measuring spoons. If you can see, they're not in the prettiest shape. They're not ugly, but they're not in the prettiest shape. This is in good shape, just no lid. And who needs a lettuce keeper with no lid, right? What you could do with these things is use them for crafting. Maybe you like to make candles, soap. Maybe you like to make sachets or those heating pads with rice and lavender in them. Dump all your ingredients in here, stir it up, measure it out with your measuring spoons, and it's a great use for something that's really not useful without a lid, and for something that maybe doesn't look the best, so you don't want to use it in the kitchen. Think crafting. This next item, also great crafting item. You might be like, well, there's nothing wrong with that. There's not. But if you didn't want to use this as a spice set, Again, crafting, bath salts, powders, anything that you want to sprinkle, like glitter. And do you see the holes are there? If they're not big enough, you can always increase the size. So don't just think in one dimension. The last thing I want to share with you is this great vintage game board. You might find a game at a thrift store even. It doesn't even have to be vintage, or again, antique mall or something, and they might go, we don't know if all those parts are there or not. Well, take the parts and create something with them. This is just great wall decor. You could put a photo in the center of this one, or a favorite car, like it's going to drive around the track. An animal, your favorite dog, because this is a Jumanji board. Jumanji? I don't know. I didn't see the movie. But anyway, lots of options. You could break this apart if it's a little long and stagger the two on the sides of the main one. Just remember, always think there's a lot of options. There's also, I have the game pieces as well. Well, game pieces, like the little tokens you move around, dice, drill little holes in them, and use them as earring, as charms on journals, as charms on bracelets, as necklaces. You can use them around picture frames, glue them to picture frames. You can use them however you see. You could use them as knobs on drawers, okay? So just remember, when you're looking at something that's either vintage or missing parts, it doesn't have to be used for what it is. It can be used for anything you can imagine. Guys, thanks for being here with me today. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button and that little bell. Also, don't forget, head over to our website and just check out all the vintage info we have on our website, as well as head over to our Etsy site and get your last minute Christmas present. We are shipping out until probably I would say 16th, 17th till Christmas. If it really has to be there by Christmas, though, you might want to reach out to me. And also, if you want something there by Christmas, my advice is don't pay for media mail. It's one of the slowest ways to get there. Again, thanks for being here, guys. Much love to you. Bye-bye.